Hi there, I'm Mike Willson, an environmental consultant with a specialism in firefighting foam and foam systems applications, developments, capabilities and environmental impacts. I've been asked by Oil Technics to make this series of videos which are designed to keep you up to date with the current regulations and issues around firefighting foams. Let's start with a quick introduction to the different types of foam that are currently in use. Often they're categorised by grouping them into those which are effective solely on hydrocarbon-fuelled fires versus AR or alcohol-resistant foams, which can be used to tackle fires that involve polar solvent fuel sources that mix with water such as alcohols or ketones, as well as standard hydrocarbon fuels. In these videos we'll group foams into three categories: fluorinated, C8, C6 and fluorine-free foams or F3s, which each have standard hydrocarbon and AR versions. All firefighting foams suppress fires by cooling the fuel surface, the flames, smothering the fuel and preventing its contact with oxygen. Each type of foam is chosen based on the specific fire hazards, fuels and operational requirements of any likely emergency situation. C8 foams ceased global manufacture in 2015 and are widely restricted from use. In C8 foams, these long C8 carbon chain PFAS molecules break down to PFAS components such as PFOA, and earlier versions also PFOS and PFHXS, which have been prohibited from use in the UK since 2011. PFOA is persistent bioaccumulative and toxic, or PBT, and now increasingly restricted. The use of this legacy C8 PFOA foam is completely banned in the UK from the 4th of July 2025. The reason for this ban is due to adverse environmental impacts, human health concerns, and being listed as persistent organic pollutants, or POPs, under the UN Stockholm Convention. Operators who are unsure whether their foam is C8 or C6, which complies with current regulations, should arrange PFAS analysis testing to check for compliance. Oil Technics operates a specialised foam testing laboratory in the UK and has partner labs in Malaysia and South Korea, which can quickly facilitate testing of your foam concentrates. High purity short chain C6 foams have replaced legacy C8 long chain foams and are more environmentally responsible. Although still persistent, they're not considered bioaccumulative nor toxic. C6 foams include synthetic AFFs, protein-based fluoroproteins or FPs, and film-forming fluoroproteins or FFPs. Importantly, C6 foams cannot break down into restricted longer-chain PFAS components such as PFOA, PFOS and PFHXS. C6 foams are manufactured with minute traces of PFOA, but these fall far below the levels which are currently mandated by the UK and EU regulators. We're talking about fewer than 25 parts per billion, a level that even highly sensitive specialised lab equipment struggles to detect. 1 ppb equates to just 1 second in 32 years. Fluorine-free foams or F3s shouldn't contain any intentionally added PFAS components, although they may include PFAS impurities from water or residual PFAS from previously stored foam in bulk tanks. To qualify as F3, this residual PFAS should not exceed a maximum total organic PFAS load of 1 mg per litre or 1 part per million. Fluorine-free foams are usually more viscous, rely on gentle application and an typically expanded foam blanket of 7:1 or greater, so are often slower to provide optimum effectiveness. In some cases, higher application rates and longer durations may be needed to optimize effectiveness due to a lack of film forming capabilities. More foam may be needed and may need to be applied for a longer time. Where there are lower winter temperatures, windy conditions or seawater has to be used, C6 foams are generally preferred and often more effective. Fluorine-free foams are a relatively new technology, but as we've mentioned, they aren't yet suitable for all applications or industrial sectors. This is why upcoming legislation proposes transition times of up to 10 years for offshore platforms and Surface 03 sites, equivalent to our COMA sites in the UK, where the performance characteristics and application method of fluorine-free foams is suboptimal compared with existing C8 foams. Additionally, changing over to fluorine-free foams can be quite a complicated and time-consuming process. You can check out all our other videos for more detailed discussions on current foam restrictions in the UK and EU, upcoming legislation, and necessary considerations when potentially transitioning to F3s. If you have any further questions, please get in touch by emailing them to info@firefightingfoam.com. Thanks for watching.